Hey guys, welcome back to Texas Young Guns. We are here this week to do a product review. How exciting. We have owned 2 motorhomes and a trailer, and yet we have never properly protected it from dust, debris, mud, bugs, and all that kind of stuff. We have built a cover now, but we have never properly covered it. So what we have today is a proper RV cover. Now this is not completely rainproof, but it will protect against dust and bugs. Now down here we have a cover. It is meant for a 33 to 35 foot trailer. Ours is around 33, 34, so this should work. Now this one in particular is meant really for a bumper pull, but they say it'll work for both, so let's unbox it and find out. So as I'm unboxing this here and seeing what we got, looks like our cats have got a hold of it a little bit. So these covers have many purposes that I've already mentioned, but another one to think about is the sun. So if you're one of those people that stores your RV like in a storage lot where it's being beat down by the sun all the time, one of these is crucial to preserving your paint or decals. So this particular cover is made by Dikasun, D-I-K-A-S-U-N. They did give it to us to try out just to be perfectly transparent, but we will give an honest review of it. So right off the bat, they give you a bag. This is probably the cover itself, but this is like a storage bag to keep everything in. It's like a, what do you call these? Like in military, you see like in the Vietnam movies, like a knapsack kind of a deal. That's basically it. So you have the cover and a knapsack with a bunch of other stuff that we'll have to figure out what to do with. So along with the main cover for the RV, if you have a bumper pull, they also give you a cover for the trailer jack. And here are all your nylon straps, which are going to go under the belly of the RV. Now to install this, you can't be afraid of heights because that's how you start. So you have to carry the cover, and this is with any manufacturer's cover, you have to climb the top of the trailer and you have to start unfurling it off the sides from there. The way to do that is to start in the front and start draping it over the front and then move your way back to the ladder and get off, and everything should be hanging down to secure underneath. So time to lug this thing to the back, unfurl it a little bit, and get it up onto the roof. This is probably the hardest, most dangerous part. So Lana's gonna have to help me. I'm gonna carry the front up, excuse me for the echo because we're actually in the cover, and she's gonna hold the back, and that's what it says in the instructions to do to kind of help you get it up onto the roof. Otherwise, it's just too heavy, too cumbersome, and too dangerous. So I'm gonna grab the front here, Lana's gonna grab the back to try to keep it as clean as possible, and we'll get it up onto the roof. Let me just tell you, even though it's lightweight fabric, that sucker is heavy to get up here, so be very careful. I imagine all of them are that way, and unfortunately there's not really a better way unless you have some kind of crane or something. So let's get this thing stretched out over the RV and we'll start trying to cover it. So the thing to do is to find the inside of this cover. They actually say to flip it inside out. That way you can just toss the sides over. We didn't do that because I didn't read the instructions ahead of time. But this should work. Something else to take note while you're installing this is to take note of where everything is located on your roof. Because as you're installing this, you're going to kind of lose track of where all the AC stuff is, all your extra stuff that's on the roof. And you don't want to step on it and break it. Alright, so we did the task, which I think is the hardest part of actually getting the RV covered. I just want to show you a couple of features of this before we continue. So one, if you have a typical bumper pull trailer, your door is going to be somewhere in this area. They do provide you with a zipper that will go from bottom to top, all the way to the top, to let you access the inside of your RV. Now for us, it's going to be a little bit harder because our door is a little bit farther back, but I think if I were to unzip this all the way up, it would fold back all the way and we would be able to get into our RV. Another feature of this cover that I really like is that the points of where you hook the straps up are reinforced. With this brown area here, you can feel it, it's a lot tougher. The stitching looks pretty nice on it, but this is where you will attach the straps, throw them underneath to the other side, and cinch up the cover. Something else I like about this cover is not only do you cinch it from the bottom areas, but they actually have straps on the back and on the front that come over like this. And it will tighten up the back as well as the bottom. So it makes it a nice snug fit for your RV. Additionally, since this is the first time we've ever actually covered our RV, and you will be a first time as well, they actually clearly label all corners of this cover to make it easy for you to figure out what's what. As you can imagine, a cover this long, you can kind of get lost on which end is the front, which end is the rear, which end is the right and left, but they clearly have stitching that says rear on the cover. They also have the tags on the front and back that say front and rear to help you get oriented when you're setting this up. So now it's time to tighten this cover up with the straps they give us. So we will go to the other side, hook them in, and then latch them right there. So we have the other straps done. I'm going to show you how I'm going to do on the last one. So it comes rolled like this. Just pop it open. You'll see the two ends. Latch one right here. Don't worry about making adjustments right now as long as it's on its longest setting. Take this end and toss it through like that so you can grab it from the other side. So we're back on this side now. Got my freshly thrown strap that I threw across underneath. Attach it to this end. Tighten it a good ways, and then we'll finish tightening on the other side, and that will tighten the cover up onto the RV. Alright, so overall, what do we think about this cover? By the way, this is a cover under the name Umbrauto on Amazon. We'll put a link down below, so if you like this video and if you like this cover, you can go purchase it for yourself. But what do we think about this cover? It is a lightweight cover, so it is not meant to protect your RV from rain and those kind of things. I mentioned that in the beginning, I just want to reiterate that. What this is for is it will hopefully prevent bugs and major dust and debris from accumulating on your RV. And I would say the biggest benefit from this cover is from the sun. The sun is your worst enemy on your RV. It not only ruins the paint / decals, but it also dries up all the rubber seals. It plays havoc on your AC on top. It just has a lot of bad effects on your RV, and that is the #1 enemy of RVs. You can immediately tell on an RV one that has been stored in a cover versus one that lives its whole life in the sun. Even after a year, it causes major damage. So if you're hesitant about buying a cover for your RV, I would not hesitate at all. It is a worthwhile investment, even if it is $200, $300, $400. It kind of depends on which one you want. Like I said, this one is from Daikin or Umbrauto. We'll put the link down below. We would recommend this. It seems like a well-made cover. And if you like that video, we'll see you on the next one, guys. Bye.